come with me as I go shopping at Goodwill Outlet. If you're new to this channel, first of all, welcome to my channel and thank you so much for clicking onto this video. Second of all, I have so many videos of me going thrifting or to the Goodwill Outlet specifically if you want to check that out. Also, remember to like and subscribe for more because I make a ton of content like this. And leave a comment down below whether you're an old subscriber or a new subscriber, if you've ever been to the Goodwill Outlet or what kind of thrift stores you've been to, if any. Do you enjoy thrifting? Because personally, I really do enjoy thrifting. It's one of my favorite hobbies, not even just because you can get so many different things for cheap when you go thrifting, but just like the act of going around and like kind of digging through all the stuff that's available at like a Goodwill Outlet or a thrift store or just like an ordinary Goodwill even is just really fun, and you really can get so many different things for super cheap whenever you do go to a Goodwill Outlet. You can see in this video how many different things there are that you can really use just to decorate your home or to like, do whatever you need to on your like house or apartment. Oh, and there's even like a lot of clothing items and stuff like that that you can get, which in my opinion makes it all the more worthwhile because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but inflation is crazy these days, and all of like the clothing items and stuff like that are through the actual roof. So being able to even get a little bit of reprieve by going to the Goodwill Outlet and doing all of this kind of shopping here is just so beneficial, and it's so helpful for anybody who is currently budgeting or trying to stretch their dollar to make things work as much as they can. That is kind of my spiel about why Goodwill Outlet in particular is great, or really why thrifting is great. Another thing that I really enjoy is that this is kind of the last stop for clothing items before they end up going to like Asia or something. So, you really are also helping save the environment. Not only are you not contributing to even more like stuff being made that isn't really necessary by reusing the stuff that's already being made, you're helping to cut down on pollution because a lot of this stuff gets shipped overseas, and then if they can't find a way to actually reuse it, they actually just end up throwing it out or putting it in like an area that just kind of collects junk, like a junkyard or something. And it's really sad to me to see all of this really good stuff go to complete waste, whereas like if you're using it or if anybody is using it, it can be reused and recycled, and that cuts down on all of our carbon footprints, which is really good. How often do you guys buy clothes? Because I like to buy clothes fairly often just to keep like a wardrobe refresh. Now, that being said, I also keep clothing items for a very long time. I think the oldest items in my closet are well over 10 years old by now, because I remember I still have shirts from when I like was 12 or something, and that's like over a decade ago now. So that it has really actually been like helpful, and a lot of my clothes are thrifted and stuff, so being able to get things for like kind of dirt cheap and then just use them for like 10 plus years has allowed me to really expand my style into ways that I didn't even think was possible, and also allows me to really keep wardrobes fresh. I also tend to have two different wardrobes because I live really far from my parents' house, so whenever I go to visit them, I just don't take any clothing items with me besides like some bare necessities that I just absolutely need, like socks and stuff, and then the rest of it is just like at my parents' house, the clothing items that I didn't actually end up taking with me when I moved out here, and it's just kind of chilling there, and I always have that available with me, so it saves on the costs it takes to actually fly back and forth from my parents' house to where I currently live, and I don't have to like carry anything, so it's very helpful for me. I know that I do have a lot of clothes, and I'm working on just kind of looking through what I currently have and seeing like, is there anything that I can redonate to Goodwill or another thrift store, or is there anything that I can repurposed into something else. Another really good thing about having like old shirts and stuff around is that you absolutely can just make washcloths out of old shirts and stuff. Most, if not all, of the washcloths that I currently have and all of the ones that my mom has ever had are just from old clothing items that our family no longer uses, and we're just kind of reusing them by making them into washcloths and stuff. And washcloths are way better than like paper towels or anything, at least in my opinion, mainly because they're reusable, they're washable, they're very resilient. Like a paper towel tends to break up really, really easily, at least that's what I've always seen, but a washcloth does not do that. And like I kind of literally make my washcloths go through it. I put cleaner on them, I put bleach on them, I put vinegar on them, not all at the same time, because that is actually incredibly dangerous. So never mix your cleaning chemicals unless directed by the bottle, and be safe, of course. But at different times, I do all of that, and they have stuck through it all. They clean just as well as when I first started making them out of clothing items, and they can just really easily be washed and stuff. So that kind of stretches out your dollar even more, because you bought these clothing items for like 30 cents a shirt or something, or like 50 cents for a pair of pants, and then you wear them for like 7-8 years, and then you turn them into a washcloth and just keep using them like that. It ends up being like you pay less than a nickel a year at the end for all of the many, many years that you end up using them. Also, this decor items and stuff, I absolutely love. I love seeing just like all of the different things that people donate and stuff. Somebody donated their maternity like photo shoot, which I thought was kind of sad, but also really, really funny, because why would you do that? Although maybe they just didn't want it in their house anymore. I don't know. I'm not judging. I just thought it was really, really fun. And I have bought some other decor items from like the Goodwill outlet before, and it's always been so good. You just need to put a little bit of elbow grease into repurposing it and like cleaning it up, maybe polishing it. And then in the end, it's actually a really, really good way to decorate your house with some really expensive items. That is all for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe for more, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!